got 2 keeper Dungeness crab right now. This one's a slightly bigger one. So there are many different ways to dispatch a crab. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it here. So you go 1, 2, 3. And then you can just lift out all the bladders and stuff. And this guy is trying to... We made it. Water looks pretty good. It's been storming. Well, I mean, it's been raining at least. And so it just started becoming sunny this week. Finally some time to fish. So I'm gonna set up the crab snare first. 5-ounce triangle weight on here and just stuffed with a bunch of squid. I already got the squid in there. It's ready to go. Alright, so I'm just gonna toss this out there first so I can set this down, catch some crab while I go ahead and go for stripers. Now we wait. So the water conditions are pretty bad. Matt just said we barely could even fish it. Huh? There's a lot of seaweed and debris that's washing up. But I mean, we're here, so I might as well try. Today I'm going to use a 1-ounce bucktail, 30-pound line. I'm just going to tie my braided line straight to the bucktail. No leader. It's done. Alright, here we go. Look at that. Look how good that looks. First cast, 1 ounce. So it looks like there's a little cut right here. If you can see, there's a sandbar out there. So I'm going to talk about sandbars a little bit and what I look for when I go fishing, especially for striped bass and predatory fish like that. So sandbars are essentially places out from shore, doesn't even need to be that far out, that have accumulated sand over time, and that place is a little shallower compared to the areas around it. So how do you spot sandbars? Normally what happens is you have a wave that's coming through. Imagine my hand is the wave and the wave is going this way, and my fist right here is a sandbar. Essentially what's going to happen is the wave is going to go at a constant speed, and when it touches the sandbar, the bottom of that wave is going to touch that sandbar. It's going to contact the bar, but the top of it is still going at a constant speed. And so what happens is the top of that wave is going to topple over faster than the bottom of the wave because the bottom portion is slowed down. And so if you look out into the water, you can see waves crashing a little farther out from shore. And so those areas are generally areas where there are sandbars. And between the sandbar and where the waves are crashing onto shore is usually a trough. These troughs are areas of deeper water, and usually fish, especially predatory fish, will run along that trough looking for prey that have been washed up, either bait fish or even things like mole crabs, sand crabs. And believe me, striped bass love sand crabs. So that's what I look for. I also look for what are called cuts. These are areas of the water, perhaps between two sandbars, where water is essentially flowing out back toward the ocean. And a lot of times these fish actually go in and out of those cuts looking for prey. See the waves crashing? Watch. That wave's gonna crash. And then right in the middle right here, if you could tell, you could look at the foam on top of the water, it actually goes outward. And what that means is, watch, there's another sandbar to the left of it. So there's two sandbars flanking that cut. The cut is going straight out. And so essentially the water is gonna come in like a circle, and then it's gonna get pulled straight back out. And that's where I'm gonna fish. So I left this guy here for a while. It's pretty rough out there. It's a bunch of seaweed, but oh, let's do this. First thing is tighten up your drag, so when you set it, it gets a good set. Here we go. 1, 2. And I can't tell. There's a second cast for this crab snare, and I'm gonna cast right where I think that there's a sandbar. Hopefully some crab over there. Just to try to get away from all this seaweed. I'm not sure if it's just this spot or what. I'm hoping so. A few casts out here. See if I hook up on a striped bass. No perches taking this for sure. I'm right where the sandbar is. Little trough out there. I don't know if you guys can tell in this video, but there's a steep decline right here. So it must mean that there's a big trough full of water, deeper water out there. Hopefully some fish. I'm on, first cast. I'm on, let's go. Let's go, I'm on. First cast, baby. Small guy, but hey, man, I mean, exactly in that trough, like I was saying. This bucktail. Not bad. First cast out, away from the seaweed. Release this guy. What I'm talking about, on the bucktail. Dungeness crab need to be 5 3/4 in California to keep. This one is over that, definitely almost 6.5. I would say 6.5. So definitely legal to keep. And we're gonna have some lunch. See you later, crabby. Yep. And my last cast looks like another keeper. Yep, looks like a keeper. Oh yeah, another. So inside these horns here, that's another 6.5-er. All right, let's go ahead and grab our crab out. So I'm gonna start preparing to cook this Dungeness crab that I caught from the beach. I don't have any water. I'm just gonna boil seawater. Normally when people boil crab, they actually add a little salt to it, and that's supposed to preserve the crab meat's flavor. And so the seawater should have some salt. All right, let's get the seawater. Oh yeah, with some sand. With some sand. Get this water boiling. So I got 2 keeper Dungeness crab right now. Probably just gonna eat one. I'm gonna show you guys how I personally dispatch of it. This one's a slightly bigger one. I'm probably gonna share this one with Max. So there are many different ways to dispatch a crab. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it here. You could essentially just grab all their limbs and rip off the carapace really fast, or they have a soft spot right here that essentially when you drill the knife into that spot, it pretty much instantly kills them. But you have to do it really fast. And so today I'm gonna use this method. You go 1, 2, 3. And they're dead. And then now you could, it's limp now because it's dead. You could essentially just rip off the carapace. This is what people call the crab butter. And some people like the butter. And I mean, what people could do if they like the butter is remove the bladder and all the waste components. One easy way to do that is push the mouth in right here. Push it in, it pops out just like that. And then you can just lift out all the bladders and stuff. And this guy is trying to get away. But I'm not going to eat the butter today. What I'm going to do right now is just remove these gills. Remove the mouth. I'm going to crack this guy in half and boil it in water. What I'm going to do right now is just rinse this guy in the ocean water. Now our crabs are nice and clean. and they'll be ready to just be boiled. Clean white meat. So the water looks about ready. I see it's steaming. Oh yeah, toss these in here. Might be about done. Slide crab. Ooh, look at that. Woo. That's what you call Dungeness crab right there. Fresh.
Hungry, dude.
All right, just finished cooking this crab. We're about ready to eat. I split it in half so we can each take half.
Sounds good to me.
Smells crab. Like crab, dude. And ocean.
Yep.
See how this is. That big piece of meat right there. Wow.
Nice.
They're really salty and sweet.
Yeah, it is really salty.
Probably because of the ocean water.
Yeah. But it's like perfect though.
Yeah, it's good.
Man, that's the way to cook it.
I've actually never cooked it with a lot of salt before. What I normally do is just steam it in regular water, and it preserves all the sweet flavors, but it never tasted this salty. But actually, the salt tastes really good.
I don't know. Whenever I cook it, I always put like at least a cup of salt.
I thought you were gonna say butter. That too?
That too, but I mean,
thought so.
A lot of salt though.
It's good.
Really good.
Pretty good meal for it. We'll try now. Want to say anything about the male and female crab or something? Like, just let that slide over. Yeah. I don't want to talk about this, generally I normally don't cook but they have less meat too and stuff.
That was hella good though.
It was really good. I feel like scavengers.
Isn't it really weird though that something like this has that type of flavor, like so sweet and just naturally? You don't have to add any seasoning or anything at all.
It's weird to me because they look weird. I mean, like something with 8 legs, you know, and crawling in the sea, and they just, who would think to eat it, right? But whoever did, they're like, oh yeah, really good. We bought this at a restaurant. How much do you think it'd be?
Crab like this?
Yeah.
Probably like 30 bucks. Cooked, ready to go. 30 bucks.
Oh yeah, if it was cooked for sure. And you get it at your beach for free. I love crab. Actually, didn't expect to go crabbing.
Yeah,
right? Until last night I was like, hey, actually, spring crab's in there too, and crab on the side.
Yeah, last minute.
I know.
Got a crab like every cast pretty much too.
Except for one. Except for one cast, I didn't have a crab. So sweet. Crazy.
Oh, sweet. I think the salt brings out the sweetness.
Yeah, right?
Sometimes when I cook it and I don't put enough salt, it tastes kind of bland to me. But then you gotta like take off the claw, have that one little dipping hand right there.
Oh yeah. I love that. I love that part. When you have a whole portion of meat come out.
Done.
Done, dude.
Yeah.
What the hell? How the hell?
That's good. Crab tacos next time maybe.
Ooh. Never thought of that.
Yeah, that would probably be really good. Break up the meat a little bit.
Like that.
You didn't measure that striper?
No. It was small.